Alright, I think we're back. Oh, this is gonna, hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Oh, another, it looks like Magdalena, looks like you donated while we were down. Yeah, my internet went out. Hello again. My internet went out. This could happen throughout the day, I don't know. The first stream I did like a month ago was fine. I didn't really have any interruptions like this. And then the second one had some problems where the internet kept going out. So that could happen, and obviously it really sucks, but the show must go on, so we'll just kind of keep it going and see what happens. All right, sorry, J Bud. I'll see what I can do. Oh yeah, I forgot that setting. Anyway, I was almost done explaining, so I guess I'll just try and really quickly wrap that up, and then we can actually start playing the game. So I was talking about logic, and my example was there's these boulders, you need the hammer to break them. So the rules, the logic will make sure that the hammer itself can't be behind a boulder that I need the hammer to get to, basically. So the hammer won't be blocked behind something that I need the hammer for. Otherwise I couldn't get it. So that's kind of just as an example of the logic. So I might also, possible I might know a couple of glitches or use a couple of glitches to kind of go outside of the logic, and that just means I might get things out of the order that the logic thinks I should be able to get them in. But it really depends, and that also might not come up at all, but we'll see. So what is the goal here? What am I trying to do? So those medallions I mentioned earlier, there's 6 of them in total, and my main goal is to get all of those, and that'll give me the boss key to go fight Ganondorf. Now, to actually beat Ganondorf, I need the light arrows, so that's an item I'll also need to find at some point during the game. And then the light arrows by themselves are kind of useless. You also need the bow to be able to shoot them, and also you need magic, because they are like magical arrows. So I kind of need all 3 of those items to be able to beat the game. And then depending on what dungeons I end up needing to beat, there also might be specific items that I need for them. So for example, this temple, the Spear Temple that's kind of on screen right now, you need the Mirror Shield to be able to beat that. So if I happen to be required to beat the Spear Temple, I will need to find the Mirror Shield somewhere. And then there's a couple other things that are just generally useful, like bombs are really important because they unlock like a lot of checks for you to be able to try. Although the hammer and bomb shoes can kind of replace bombs in a lot of cases. But nevertheless, getting bombs will be important. Like I said, magic will be needed. Usually the strength upgrades are needed. They let you push the bigger blocks that Link can push and pull. In terms of songs, Zelda's Lullaby is a really important song. There's a lot of things that are kind of blocked by that. So most likely I'll need that to beat the game. Yeah, even the title music is randomized, that's right. There's some cosmetic things that are randomized just to kind of make it more fun. And then there's also the things I've been mentioning before the stream went out, like items and things like that. Actually, a way to summarize that, I think, is if Link holds an item above his head, that's probably a random item. Yeah, that's right. This is like Volvagia boss music. I am hearing it too. And the weird egg is another important item that I'm going to need, I'm probably going to need, because it unlocks access to 3 different songs. So odds are one of those is going to be good. And one other kind of sub goal is I'm going to need to get 10 golden Skulltulas. And the reason for that is in the settings I've chosen, getting 10 Skulltulas is going to open the Rainbow Bridge to Ganon's castle. Normally you need the 6 medallions, and then that opens the bridge. But doing it this way just adds more variety to the seed, because it means that I might be able to get into Ganon's castle pretty early, and there might be some items in there that I can use. Anyway, I think that's enough explaining, and we might as well go ahead and get started. And that confirmation noise is also randomized, so certain sound effects are randomized. And you can see here I already have the one of the spiritual stones. I forget which one this one's called. Zora Sapphire, I think. And so the reason for that is normally when you become an adult in the vanilla game, there's a cutscene and you get the light medallion right away. But since that cutscene is skipped in the randomizer, they have to kind of give you an item or a medallion or a stone to kind of replace that. So it's random which one you get. Ideally, we would have seen a medallion here because that's one less dungeon that I would have to beat. But since it's a stone, that means I'm going to need to beat 6 dungeons, like instead of 5. So already some bad luck, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is orange tunic. I think it looks pretty nice. First question you might have is, why am I walking backwards? You walk faster when you walk backwards. And then you might be wondering, well, how do I know where I'm going? A lot of the time I don't, and you'll see me kind of mess up. So this is the first random chest. And it's the Goron bracelet. Okay, that's actually really good. It means I can already pick up bomb flowers, which is nice if I can't find bombs for a while. That one's blue rupee, so that one's not so good. That's actually, I think, what's originally in that chest. Sticks. Sticks are actually pretty good when you don't have the sword, because otherwise you can't do damage very easily, especially when you don't have any other weapons. So now I'm going to go over here. This is where you would normally get the sword, but again, it could be anything. But yeah, getting the bracelet, that's pretty nice. Oh, and I have a little timer that I forgot to start, so I'll just start that now. The boulder. That's also true, yeah. The Deku sword, or Deku sticks rather, do twice as much damage as the Kokiri sword. I think they do the same damage as the Master Sword. So they're also better in that sense. But you're limited in how many you can carry, and they break when you use them, so that is the downside. But when you don't have a sword, they can be pretty useful. So next I'm going to check the shop over here. Like I mentioned, the shops can have random items. I don't have a lot of money, but I can see what's in there and maybe come back later when I do have money. Oh, this one's not bad, actually. Assuming it's real. But the other thing with the shop is the items can be fake. And usually they misspell something in the item, and that's how you know. But I think they might also sometimes just not use the correct terminology. But I feel like this is probably real. So I might try and buy that once I have enough money. Yeah. There's 5 rupees in there the first time you can only grab it once, but there's always rupees there for one time for you to grab. So these hint stones, they can give you hints about the randomizer and where things are. So for example, they say a huge rupee can be found at Zora's River. That means if I go to the river, I can find 200 rupees. Oh right, I don't have a shield yet. So I think I will try and buy those sticks and see if they are good. They are a real item. I think they will be, and then it'll automatically fill up our sticks, which again is good since we don't know when we'll get the sword. Not a lot of rupees in these rocks. Actually, I wonder, there's a trick you can do here. I might not be able to do it, but... Oh, right, I gotta... Yeah, if you do a jump attack there, you kind of climb up onto the bridge automatically. Which saves having to run across it. And I think there might be a rupee if I jump somewhere around here. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is like maybe the Dodongo's Cavern music or something. It's really quiet. Alright, I'm gonna go in here to refresh some of the rupees. I forget, does one come back? No, that's a one time. Ooh. Alright, let's see if this is actually sticks. Oh, I could have got that one again. Nice. Okay, it is. How much for the nuts? Okay, so I think at this point I might as well just leave the forest. And like I said, I don't have to beat the dungeon first. I can just leave. And as I mentioned, this is where you normally would get the ocarina, and it's not shuffled. So now we have the ocarina. And you'll also see below the C buttons on the D-pad, there's a little D-pad icon with the ocarina. So that's one of the nice things they've changed in the randomizer here is if I press down on the D-pad, I'll just start playing the ocarina at any point, which means I don't have to equip it to the C buttons. Yeah, why do those little Kokiri kids have pose? That is kind of weird. Yeah, just having that on the D-pad just means you don't have to waste one of your C buttons with the ocarina because you need to use the ocarina so much in the game, and the D-pad isn't actually used for anything normally in the vanilla game. So they said, hey, why don't we just do this? And once we get boots, you'll see that those are also can be used on the D-pad, which is again very handy. So I'm just grabbing some money here. There's one more I missed, but whatever. Oh, it's funny you ask that, Jenger. It does have a kind of a custom HUD thing that I can show later on. All right. Yeah. First, I think I'll check these shops as well. See what they have. Oh, ice arrows. Ice arrows aren't super useful, so I think for now I'll just save my money. There's no real point where you need the ice arrows. They do actually do more damage than the other arrow types, but I don't have a bow anyway, so. The nuts would be good, but I think I might come back and get the nuts, but first I might play this mini game and talk to Malon as well. Oh, well, speaking of the bow that I didn't have, now we have the bow. So yeah, so far that's looking good. Although one thing I'll say is sometimes when you get a lot of good items at the beginning, say that Digitree hoards a red root. Sometimes if you get a lot of good items at the beginning, then it seems like near the end you have a harder time finding the other good items that you need. Alright, so I'm going to try this mini game. I have said I'm going to donate $2 per failed mini game, so hopefully I don't fail this too many times. This is also unsettling with no music. Oh no. Alright, that's $2. Oh, it's the Fire Temple music. Ah! I don't know how I'm going to keep track of this, but that's two. Two fails. Oh no, that's three. Oof. Alright, I did so poorly I gotta pay again. That's three. Nope. Ah. Four. Alright, four. $8 for the Cancer Society. Oh, bomb shoes. Okay. How many is that? I think it's okay. 10. Okay. So that's good since we don't have bombs yet. Let me see here. Yeah, I guess I will do the night stuff here as well. Oh, and then yeah, this is I think Shadow Temple music out here. So I'm just waiting for nighttime. Oh, I can kill a Skelto here. Oh, I heard a mweep. One of our sound effects is the mweep. Oh, that might be nighttime. That might be instead of the wolf howling. Okay, there's a dog here that I can take to its owner. It's always this gray one behind the thing. I'll make sure he's following me. This is Richard. Richard the dog. Hear him weep. Go to sleep. And we get a recovery heart. Pretty much the worst item you can get. Well, there's one that's worse that we might see later on. Okay. Shield is good to have. Oh, the reason I'm not buying bombs, if you're wondering, is you need to have the bomb bag first. So if you see bombs there and you're like, get the bombs. I need the bomb bag before I can buy those. Okay, the shield would be worth getting. Well, I don't know if I'm going to read that, but thank you for the donation. Little blah is Navi, I think. Well, I appreciate their enthusiasm for the cause, but trying to keep it PG here for the most part. I mean, we'll see how see how things go. I might get a little upset myself, but for now, anyway, keep it PG. All right. If I don't get a shield anywhere else, I'll come back later and get that one. For now, I think I'll go to Kakariko. There's a couple things I can do there. First, I'll grab this money again, or try to. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's one in the middle that I sometimes miss, but if you get it, then you get 16 total. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go to Gerudo Valley first and get some checks there. Is it worth? I guess. I can't get what's in here yet, but I'll just check and see what it is. So if it's good, I know to come back later. Okay, that's actually really good. That's the boomerang. If it ends up being the case that I need to beat Jabu Jabu Temple, then I will need the boomerang. And it's also just nice to have, especially for getting some of the Skulltula tokens. Assuming that's real, it can be a fake item actually, but if it's the real boomerang, I'm definitely going to want to come back and get that later. And for that, I will need either the iron boots. Oh yeah, and for the beanless strat in the graveyard, which is a cool strat. So would be happy to show that off again. So to get that, I'm going to need either the iron boots to sink to the bottom, or the gold scale, which lets you dive deep enough to get it. Oh, there's in the, if you remember in the graveyard, there's a box on a ledge, and you need to plant a bean normally to ride the bean up as an adult and get the box, break the box, and get the heart piece inside. But there's actually a way with the boomerang to kind of throw it into the box, and it'll retrieve the item that's inside. And this works in the original game too. Okay. I guess I'll get it. The thing with getting this is the chicken seems to run away on me, but kind of low on health. Okay, I got him without him running away. Since it's a full heart, I might as well get it. And luckily, the chicken didn't run away on me. And there he goes. We got a heart. A recovery heart. So again, not... Oh, I wanted to ride the chicken. Just gonna read this hint over here. Kakariko Village is on the way of the hero. Okay, so what this means is somewhere in Kakariko Village will be an item that I need. Technically, Cuckoo? Yes, Cuckoo. I think it's CUCCO if we're really getting technical. So yeah, in Kakariko Village, there's going to be some required item to beat the seed. That's what Way of the Hero means. Although I think technically it could mean either like an item that I directly need, or an item that leads to another item that I directly need. Spirit Temple hoards a slingshot. Okay, that's useful information. Now I don't know if that's child Spirit Temple or adult Spirit Temple. Okay, I think I'll go do the fishing over here. Oops. Oh, and also check what... Again, I can't get this item yet. Oh, I see, they're inconsistent with it. Can't get the item, but I can see what it is. Looks like it's just a red rupee. Normally that would be Ruto's letter in a bottle. Alright, let's see how the fish are biting today. Right, that's what I'm saying. The hint doesn't tell me if the slingshot's in the child part or the adult part of the dungeon. No. Okay. Looking for 8-pounder, I think. And I guess I'll count that as a failed minigame. So I think we're at 5 now. If the fish drop here, that's kind of random, so I'm not going to count that as a fail. But if I get one that isn't big enough, I'll count that. Come on. Okay. Yes. Yes, I do. I got some money. They're not super useful, but that's alright. Oh, actually, oops. I'm gonna go to this owl, and he'll take me back to the castle, and I'll be just a little closer to Kakariko. Which we might as well do next, because it's Way of the Hero. Although again, there are some items you can only get as an adult in Kakariko, so it could be one of those. Hopefully I got in here in time for Dampe, but I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. Yeah, up there's the box that I was talking about. Okay. Giliath donated $25. Thank you very much, Argilia. Ojo Bojo donated $25 as well. Wow, thank you guys. Forget if this door can be open at night. Okay. Yeah, just see what's in here. Can't quite get it yet. Okay, that's just a heart. Oops. Alright, this could be kind of a waste of a bomb chew, but... Oops. There's a Skulltula up there I killed. Actually, if anyone was watching my practice stream 2 weeks ago, I had some trouble killing this guy, but I figured out how to do it with a bomb chew. You're supposed to use the hook shot and talk to this guy as an adult, but if you can get here with that little side. Oh, we got bomb chews for troubles. That's kind of funny. With that side hop there, you can get it as a kid. Arrows at the desert. All right. Okay. Still no way of the hero stuff. In Kakariko. There is a grotto here I can do. I get lined up. Yeah. Okay. I think it's around here, hopefully. Actually, I don't know if this is... Okay. A little action pose there. Oh, Goron tuning. Oh, I actually don't think that's on the tracker, but... So that might be the way of the hero item. That might mean that I need to beat the Fire Temple. In the seed. Okay, over there. Guess I'll wait for daytime. That time of day hasn't been working out super well. Ideally, I would have gotten there while Dampe was still doing the grave digging tour, and then I at least could have checked that one too while I was waiting. I think I was slightly too late on that. There's not too many points in the game where the... Oh no! Donated $33. Thank you, oh no. Oh, Clem Amp Popcorn something. We got something not rendering properly here, but they donated $102, so thank you very much. Is it daytime yet? No, not quite. Thanks for those donations. I'll have to find out what that name was supposed to be. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like I was saying, there's not too many times where the points where the time of day really matters that much, but there are a couple. So when you can kind of manage that properly, it can save you some time. Like you saw, I was just kind of walking around there waiting for the time to change. But ideally, you kind of time things out so you minimize that. So normally you have to grab I think 7 cuckoos here and throw them in the pen, but in the randomizer I only have to do 1. Oh! And it's a nice trap. Got a nice trap. Put that on the tracker there. Clam and popcorn, okay. Yeah, so that was our first ice trap. There are ice traps like that in the original game. I think they're mostly in the... Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. I think they're mostly in the Gerudo training grounds normally. But here they're all shuffled about, and I'm going to be donating $10 per ice trap, so that's why I have a counter for them there on the tracker. Okay, I think I'll do a couple things or do some more things as child, and then I might go ahead and switch to adult. One nice thing about adult is you automatically have the master sword, so you don't have to find that. So you always have a sword on you. Versus as a child, I still haven't found the sword. Oops. This bean guy can sell me some something. I don't know what. Nice trap. Alright. Whoops. And that's 2. Alright. I think we're at 5 failed minigames. Yeah, I don't have a tracker for that, so I might have to rewatch the stream, or parts of the stream to figure that out. But 20 rupees over there. Come back. No. That's a setting. Like there's a lot, like I mentioned, or maybe you might not have been there yet. There's a lot of settings in the randomizer, and you can choose whether or not the door of time is open or not. And so I've chosen to have the door of time open. So I can just go be adult whenever. He waits at Monument of Time to teach the Monument of Forest. Okay, there's that huge rupee we mentioned. Monument of Time. I'm actually not sure which one that's referring to. Actually, let me grab this so I don't fall off. Eh. 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 Fire Temple, Flare Dancers, hit a piece of heart. Okay. No, come back. Oh. That was not worth it. Yeah, that was quick. I actually increased the goal last night because I thought maybe I should bump it a little higher, but I don't know. Maybe I should have went higher than that. Yeah, come back. Oh, he was there all along. How do you fly away? What do we got? Okay, that's just a piece of heart. I probably won't bother with that just yet. I am kind of low on health. Let's see if I can. Okay. So normally you need to play Zelda's Lullaby to stop the waterfall there, and you can't get in unless you know Zelda's Lullaby. But you can do that little trick with the Cucco there and kind of sneak behind the waterfall. Nuts. This one's usually, yeah, you know, those are always, I think, the same things. It's always a nut and a stick. Heart container. A little pricey, but I am low on health, so might as well. Stick, don't really need it right now. Is that actually okay? Yeah, that's fine. I know at least one of my friends is watching, so it's not only D. And then I know some other people, they're not watching right away, but they might start later on. So uh, yeah, not entirely E. I'm gonna make this. Ooh, cover boots. Yeah. No, there we go. Yeah, there's also some former D watching as well. Okay, hover boots is pretty nice. You don't use them a lot in the vanilla game, especially because you get them kind of late in the game. But when you get them early, they can kind of just speed things up a little bit in certain parts of the game, or just let you move around quicker. So they're kind of nice to have. And if I need to beat Shadow Temple, then I would also need them anyway. Who are any of us, really, when you think about it? Normally you need Ruto's letter for King Zora to be moved over like that, or mweeped, as I like to say. But there's a setting to have him pre-mweeped, and I find it's handy to do that. There's a hint in Zora's Fountain, but I don't know if there's anything else that's really useful, so I think I'll risk skipping the hint for now and hope that it doesn't tell me anything super important. Yeah, it's hard for you to disguise yourself, Fernanda. Oh, I think there's money down here. Maybe I can't get it though. Oh, anyway, I can read this hint over here. Bomb bag can be found at Gerudo's fortress. Okay, that's good information. Like I said, I need the bomb bag to buy bombs and have bombs in general. And again, with the settings I have just to make things more kind of open and interesting, the bridge to Gerudo Valley is already going to be repaired as an adult. I will still have to sneak around in order to, not get caught until I find the Gerudo card. And the Gerudo card is going to be another item that's randomly shuffled in with everything else. Actually, if you are able to get there in the original game without the hook shot. As long as you have Epona, you can ride the bridge over there. And what happens if they catch you if you don't have the hook shot is they'll kick you back out to Gerudo Valley instead of putting you in that little jail that they normally put you in. And that's programmed into the original game just because it is possible to get there without having the hook shot. I'm gonna buy this shield mainly so I have a shield as an adult. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go become an adult now. Arrows, refill. Water found at Hyrule Field. Okay, I think that means Serenade Water is the song you get when you normally would learn Ocarina of Time. Rupee from Skull Kid. Market is a foolish choice. Well, they say it's a foolish. That means like you shouldn't bother getting the items there. But we did get bomb chews, which are useful. But I think they're not considered in the logic, and that's why it says they're not useful. If I read that tablet there as child and then adult, it'll tell me where all the is that okay? I think that was a random fanfare, but I thought it was a donation for a second. It'll tell me where all the medallions and spiritual stones are, and it's that custom HUD that Jengur was alluding to earlier. So I didn't read that super fast. I just look at this thing now. Okay, so the light medallion is in Deku. Spirit is in Dodongo's. Fire is in Jabu. So we have to do all the child dungeons. Water Medallion is in Forest. Shadow has the Forest Medallion. And Water has the Shadow Medallion. Okay, so that means I'm going to need, or at least ideally I will have the Zora Tunic to do Water Temple. I already have the, I don't need to do the Fire Temple. That actually means the Way of the Hero thing in Kakariko might not have been the tunic that I found. So I don't need to do Fire Temple. Unless there's a key item in Fire Temple, and I have to go there to get it, which I guess is possible. What do you guys? So yeah, the tunic colors are randomized. Although this one kind of looks pretty similar to the normal Goron tunic color, so it's not all that exciting. Let me know in the chat if you want the orange or the red. For now, I'm going to stick to orange because it's a little more unique. But if you guys really want red, let me know. Orange, alright, we gotta vote for orange here. Orange. Red looks more heroic. Okay, it's 2-1, I think, right now. Oops. Yeah, it's possible that the tunic wasn't the Way of the Hero item, and there will be something else of importance in here. So I'm gonna talk to Andrew here. I don't think her name's Andrew in this game technically, but okay, we got more nuts. That's decent. I can learn my first song here from the windmill guy. Okay, this one's good because it means I won't get soft locked later when I go to damp haze if I fail that. But otherwise, it's kind of not a very useful song, to be honest, in the randomizer. Like I said, the Door of Time's already open for us, so we don't need it for that. There are some blocks that you can move with it. Oh, okay. Well, it will be useful, it turns out, to get those iron boots, assuming they're real. So I take that back. It's definitely a useful song. Provided the boots are real. Oh, I forgot to do this chest over here. You can do this as child, I just forgot. So. An arrow. Or a bundle. Oh, and if those boots are real, I can get the boomerang as well. Which I might want to do while it's still kind of fresh in my mind. Ah. Oops. I'm gonna say he's being pretty nice with the fire so far, but then I almost ran into one. Oh. like this is just a little faster. I want to get here within a minute, because then I'll get 2 items. I'll get this one for getting under a minute, just some nuts, and then I'll get the regular prize that you get here. And it's some bugs. Whoops. Yeah, we got a good start on the donations here. Nice. So that dog barking is the hover boot sound, which one of the better hover boot sounds, I would say. Just want to take this a little slow and careful, but all right, this is the real boots. Okay, so we have boots already, and as you may have noticed there, I was using the D-pad to swap my boots, so you can swap them without having to pause the game, which is super handy. Oh, can I sell these bugs? Some money? $50. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, we'll try this other mini game and see how many we tack on. I think we're at 5 fails so far. Important thing to note about this, if you're doing the randomizer, is it does let you play this game before you have the bow, but you actually can't win the random item until you own the bow yourself. I got burned by that once. It always starts so fast. I'm not ready. Alright, that's 6. Ah. No. Oh. Alright, second try. Ah, I don't care. Okay, that gave us another heart. That's nice. I think I'll go do... Okay, we do need to do Dodongo, so I might go do that actually. I don't have bombs, but I have the bracelet and the bomb shoes, which can get me most of the way there, I think. Okay, that's just arrows up there. I think I have everything I need to make this work, maybe. So this is a child dungeon, but you can do it as an adult, and it generally saves a bit of time. The orange one is just the regular forest tunic, and the colors are just randomized. So this is just the Kokiri tunic. So there's a whole kind of section of this dungeon you can skip if you're an adult, because you can just climb up here right away. Normally you have to go all around part of the dungeon there. This should have a hint for me. They are, but we got the Goron tunic already, the red one, and it's roughly the same color red. Song of Storms can be found at Kakariko. Okay, so this, I think since we already found a song at Kakariko, this means that the other one we can get is learning the Nocturne of Shadow normally, but it'll teach us the Song of Storms. And the trigger for that is we're going to need the Forest, Fire, and Water medallions. So we're going to need to beat Shadow Temple, Jabu, and the Forest Temple to learn the Song of Storms. And the Song of Storms is pretty useful as well, so we might have to do that. Yeah, as I was saying, the Goron, we got the Goron tunic, but it looks like it's roughly the same color red. It might be slightly different, but not super exciting. Alright. Yeah. That's a setting with a Phoenix. You can choose whether or not you get the map and compass, or if they're shuffled in the dungeon itself. And I just chose to do that because it basically makes it so that the dungeons might have more random items. Versus if you don't have that setting, then two of the checks that you do in each dungeon are going to be the compass and map. So it's just kind of not as exciting. But that is a setting, so you can do it however you like. Oh! Alright, we're at 3. So that's $30 going to be donating so far. Okay, I'm not very... yeah, okay. Might as well kill this guy. Like I said, I want to get 10 Skulltulas. That'll open the Rainbow Bridge. And also there's an item you can check in Skulltula's house once you get 10. You can choose to, in the settings, you can choose to have certain checks not have good items. Like you can explicitly say, I don't want this check to have anything important. So I've turned off the 20, 30, 40, and 50 Skulltula rewards, just so I don't have to get as many Skulltulas. So basically those items will for sure not have something useful. Ow. Okay. Actually, I'm going to save because I haven't saved in a while. In theory, I can get over there with the hover boots, and then again, normally you'd have to go kind of around to a different part of the dungeon, fight some Lizalfos to get over here, but with the hover boots you can kind of skip that. Alright, I guess this part's going to be a little silly because I'm going to have to use bomb shoes, but that's okay, it'll work. Oh. I thought that would blow up automatically, but it didn't. So we'll just do it this way. Funny. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to have to just... rather than take that chance again and wait for it to blow up automatically. Oh, does that not work? Alright, this is going to be a little bit trickier than I thought. don't waste all my bomb shoes here. Okay, that's one. I didn't drop that one in time, but it worked anyway. Bomb shoe bowling is another one that I've said not to have an important item because, oops, I can fall there. I'm not very good at the bomb shoe bowling, so. Echo Fox, who probably will be in the chat later on, is the resident expert of that. Can I get across? No, okay. Resident bomb shoe expert, bomb shoe bowling expert, but without her here, I choose to just not do it. Okay, I think I got everything out here that I need. So you can see, like, I skipped a lot of the dungeon just because there's no chest there that I need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would owe a lot of money if for that. A lot of donations. Ah, leave me alone. Oh, he didn't even drop a heart. There we go. And then again, you can skip this part of the dungeon as well by just climbing up here, which you can't do as a child. Yeah. Echo Fox is really good at it. She's a friend of mine. She seems to know the angles to get it, but I do not, so. Ah, I missed. So yeah, I just say, you know what? Take that out of the random rotation stuff. I get a little heal there before the boss fight. Hopefully, wouldn't need it for this boss. Yeah. There's some that I'm not very good at fighting, but this one's pretty easy in theory. Although I do have to do it with the bomb flowers, which I'm not quite as used to. Oh, he's gonna. Like I was saying, well, maybe this will be harder than I thought. You can do it with bomb shoes, but grab it. I don't want to risk wasting bomb shoes. Oh, he's standing on it. Uh-oh. Alright. Not too hard. Yeah. Some very lighthearted music for King Dodongo there. Part always reminds me of, what is it? I think it's the second Terminator movie where he's going into the lava. He's got the thumbs up. Or maybe it's the first one. I can't remember. Ooh, fire arrows. No! Not fire arrows. Alright, we are up to 4 ice traps. Was that the ranch or was it the opening cutscene? I can't remember now. Yeah, okay. So that is Spirit Medallion. save that. Yeah, okay, opening. Yeah, that's what I thought, opening cutscene. The Navi flying. Oops. Well, it wasn't too exciting. I threw some bomb flowers at him. I missed the first one, but with adult Master Sword, you just need 2 jump slashes, and that kills him. So I think I'm gonna take just like a quick 3 to 5 minute break, and then we'll continue. So I will be right back.